Hey, hey, there he is. What's up, guy? How's it going? And how do I sound, more importantly, I should say. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, so that's perfect, actually. No, awesome. Okay, good, good, good. So right now, I mean, I've got it set to default, the exact settings that I sent to you. How does the keyboard actually sound? Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that's good news. Yeah, so let me do another test. Well, actually, hold on. Can you hear the TV or anything in the background? So I'm in an open basement, and the TV's on upstairs. Okay, so that's not good. So that's kind of what I want to figure out. And of course, my kid's not crying right now, so I can't really emulate it. No, well, but the problem is when my kid starts crying, she's louder than the TV, and so I would definitely you'd hear the kid. And so if we can get, how can I get it so that, isn't there a portion in the filter that I can set to make it so that noise below a certain level is just cut off? Is that noise gate or is that suppression? Noise gate has got a closed threshold of 45, negative that is, and then open threshold of negative 50. And then I've got attack time set to 25 milliseconds, and then hold time and release time set to 50 milliseconds. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, you're kind of in between a rock and a hard place there on that then. Well, let me try this. Yeah, that's right. And so what I was going to think about doing was use Audacity to test to see what actually my decibel level is with the keys. Yeah, I know. We'll need we'll need my wife to poke my baby upstairs. Hey, sweetheart, piss off my kid. Yeah, which could get messy too, because then it could start sampling, or it could start filtering out things that we wouldn't want it to. All right, interesting. So the TV is low enough though where you can barely hear it. So I mean, maybe, I mean, because I have everything turned up. I have everything turned up in my headphones, so I can hear a lot more. I got my spider sense tingling on right now. Why did my bot not announce? Okay. Okay, cool. Well, stick around. It probably won't be long until my kid starts crying, and then we can do some testing with that. We'll like break off the stream wherever we're at in the keyboard build and be like, all right, we got it. We got the crying. Okay. Should be a fun build though. We got a good one tonight. Let me see what music sounds like too. No, not maps. I just typed maps without meaning to. We'll run this and save it for later. All right, EDM radio or some light metal instrumental? What do we think here? I got my my TGR shirt on. I need to build TGR. Interesting. Okay, so let me see. Can't I get, isn't in analyze, add remove plugin. How do I actually view, isn't there a way in Audacity to view what decibel level you're actually at? Or do I need to actually record in order for that to come through? Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, brother? Glad you're able to stop by. You're just in time. Haven't even started yet, really. Okay. I don't think I have desktop. Oh, you know what? I do. Do I have desktop audio playing right now? Can you guys hear the song? Let me know how the music volume is. Yeah, I might need to turn it down a little bit. Let's try that. Oh, the song is too low? Interesting. What do you mean the song is just mumbling? Is it like so low that it's scarbled, you can't hear it? Or is it... Oh, well, at the same time my furnace kicked on, and so I think that's the noise you're hearing. Yeah, interesting. So my audio is played, I'm playing it through my USB controller right now too. So I wonder if maybe it's not picking up music. Interesting. How do I add an audio source? Okay. Well, what about here? Let me turn it way up and see. Let me know if you hear it now. DJ Max F. Huh. Interesting. So I wonder if the gain at which it's pushing my... I wanted to turn it up slowly just to see if... Aaron, thank you very much for the Twitch subscription. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'm not blasting you guys out with the sound. You might actually be hearing it through my headset, not the actual desktop audio. Hold on. Open back headphones. That's not going to be a good test. Yeah, you're hearing it through my mic. Okay, so for whatever reason, my mixer dropped my desktop audio off. Interesting. Very interesting. Oopsie. Tom watching through PS4. I'm typing to at the same time. Playing some Kingdom Hearts? Question mark? Thanks for spending the evening with me instead of playing that, guys. Or if you're playing that, thanks for multitasking. Alright. Yeah, so my music, we need to figure out what's going on there. Let's get some more people up in here too. We'll do general in this. Yeah, I need to get you guys some music. Unless you guys don't give a shit. Excuse my language. Unless you guys don't care. Because I don't care. We're going to listen to whatever. You can cue up your own music in the background if you're watching. Skinny Sumo Wrestler. Hello to you. That's one answer for I don't give a shit. So we're doing a combo tonight. We're testing my new mic equipment. And also figuring out where my desktop audio source went, which I guess is probably replaced now. I know how to get desktop audio working. I'm not going to do it right now though. Actually, nah. We'll do a little bit of both. I think I can do this. Properties. Cancel. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So it's interesting. So I've got my... How would I do that? So I've got two things going on right now. I've got my Focusrite set as my desktop audio. So I'm listening, actually. My headset is plugged into my Focusrite, which is also plugged into my mic. That's right. We'll see. Verdict's still out if it's the best board ever made, but we'll see. It's going to be a good one. That's for sure. I'm very excited to build it. Very excited to build it. There you go. Do you have a number 1 TKL? El numero uno? Oh, the verdict is already in. So, morning coffee. Funny you should say that. Aaron's in chat. I'm actually building an Alice for the same client. So, he can actually judge for you. He'll have both. Yeah, I'd kind of like to get... How can I do this? How can I do 2 audio sources? I know why it's not playing desktop audio for you guys. It's because I have my desktop actually synced up to send through the Focusrite. Can I send audio sources to multiple and have desktop audio go to stream as well? I didn't think about this before I plugged my headset right into this. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can choose multiple. I'm in quite a predicament here. Hugo Gamer, hello. Welcome to the stream. Gravy boat. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, we'll get started here in just a second, though. It's BYOM tonight. Bring your own music. Bring your own music tonight. Yeah, so without further ado, let's take a look at my fancy soldering mat. Maybe I'll put some of my build charges towards actually getting a desoldering mat. I actually have one, but I'm not excited about it. Okay. So yeah, let's do a little, since you guys can't hear music, let's do a quick typing test here. See what sounds like. How does this sound, everybody? Oh, are you kidding me? Is the battery already out on this? No, should be fine. I don't know why I did that. Rip. Let's just restart that. Oh, and you know what? Look at this. So everyone can see how slowly I'm typing. Oh, boom. Okay. Oh, hello. Rip. So, how does my mouse is the L check trackball. How does that sound? Oh, and you know what? Let me try this too. Hold on one second. Let me copy these filters and then let me remove all these filters. Does it sound better now or not? And I know it sucks. I've got the furnace running right now. It's cold as shit. Okay. Yeah, so... Or more noise. So put it back to the way it was. Did I have the filters? I probably should have copied them before. Okay, so that was worse after that. So let's add back the noise suppression at -30. Let's add back the gate. And then we'll do that and that. And then we'll add back also the compressor. Okay, is that, let's see if that sounds better now. We'll go ahead and do another little one. So better here, or better here. Better here. And my kid's crying now too. I've got so much background noise in here at the moment. Jesus, the furnace running, my kid crying. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. All right, let me see here. So it's delayed. Morning coffee, hit me up in chat. Does it sound better now or the way it was a second ago? Because Discord's not going to be delayed. Sounds better now. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, cool. So I mean, the only thing I was editing really though was the audio gain. All right, so let's go ahead and begin the main attraction for tonight. Sorry guys, I got music playing. Go ahead and cue your music up. We're chilling tonight with some EDM on my side. It's playing through my USB controller though, so I can hear it, but you guys can't hear it. We'll see how this goes. If you guys want me to bring back music, I will bring back music. I'm listening to like a mix of like down-tempo, chill EDM. If you guys want it, let me know in chat. I'll check in with you a couple times. But let's do an unboxing. Little unboxing in my plaid pajama pants. Oh yeah. This thing is nice. This thing is very nice. The hype is real on this one. Oh yeah. Look at that. signed and inspected by one of the two creators of the Keycult. Jorge inspected this one, checked and packed by. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. You know, I mean, the unbox experience for a lot of keyboards, you know, especially that drive a high price point like this. Yeah, I gotta say, unless it's a Rama, who else does nice packaging? Keycult, Rama, yeah, I don't know who else, but man, this is nice. What's in the box? So, you've got a very nice thick liner here at the top. This is like a little key card, another signed card that basically says thank you. Thank you for being a supporter of the project. I won't open that one. But here's our PCB here. Sealed in the electrostatic bag still. We'll take a closer look at that boy here in just a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up here, because I might actually use that black liner for a minute or two. Yeah, packaging is very nice on this. It's a nice fabric here too. So it's wrapped, the case itself is wrapped in this nice, like a nice cotton liner. It's a nice soft cotton liner. And here we go, guys. Ooh. There it is. Look at that. It is beautiful. It's like this dark midnight blue plate. And then take a look at that profile. I cheated a little bit. I already had a teeny peek here. So the anodization, I know it's hard to tell on camera, is absolutely incredible. Let's see if I can get a little closer for you guys. It doesn't like focusing on this. Oh yeah. So pretty simple front. The alignment of the top and bottom is spot on. It's just consistent. It's consistent throughout. A nice little edge to it. You know, unique consistency on the side here as well. And then this was one of my favorite parts. Look at the USB-C port. There we go. Like, that is, well, it's perfection. It's perfection because the PCB, that's static. And so because that's static, there is not a single bit of separation. It's a perfect USB port because there's nothing that closes around it, obviously. Right here, it has a cable that strings all the way across to the other side of the board. And then it's a cable that plugs into the PCB on this side. You can see the little white plastic there that jumps up. That's the socket for it. So yeah, very pretty. Keep all of that in line here. because we will be returning it right back in the same packaging. Yeah, very thick padding. I mean, it's nothing to complain about at the box itself. Definitely a good experience, an unboxing experience there. So, that said, put that over there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the internals of this. So what should we do first? Let's open up, I'd say let's open up the PCB first. We need some scissors. Is the plastic going to tear easily? No, I might need to cut it. There we go. Now that we got it going here, is it going to be easier? Yes. So it's interesting. It's, I would imagine, an anti-static bag, although it doesn't have the same consistency to it. Let's see, did it want me to actually just open it up like this? No, it didn't. We're just going to take our time here with this packaging. I don't think we'll need it again, but just in case. Sorry again, guys, for the sound of my furnace in the background, if you can hear that white noise. I would normally turn it off, but it is actually freezing outside right now. Ooh, this is the first time I've seen this in person. That is a pretty PCB. That's like pretty to the same level as like the Zeal 65. The traces on that are just brilliant. Look at that. That is cool. Keycult 65% PCB Rev 1. Wilbatech. It's the WT65-A Keycult 2018. Right down there. Yeah, very cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Yeah, it is. It's the same designer. Hey, Abibas. How you doing, buddy? And then on the top side, it's almost like a coppery metallic look to the top of the PCB. And I know the light is pretty harsh here, guys. Sorry about that. It looks kind of peach on camera if I'm seeing the same thing you guys are. It looks really good in person though. It's a darker sort of coppery metallic look on top. Looks very good. Looks very, very good. Okay. So I believe I'm done with my scissors. I'll put that down there. I'll put the scissors over here. All right, let's take a look and open this up. Oh, and I didn't really show you guys the bottom. There you go. So this is the silver gray with blue. The blue weight. The number 165. It is pretty. Pretty stuff. See, I'm going to take it apart and we will see what this looks like. See how the Keycult gasket looks. Inside the box as well, it includes, if you don't have one already in your arsenal, a hex for unscrewing the hardware, which is a nice little add-on. I don't need it, but if you're new to the keyboard scene, you might not have one of these, you know, hex screws, so it's nice that they include it. I'm gonna put the bag for the PCB down here as well. Oh, that sucks. Falling always sucks, but falling in the cold is worse. So let me know, guys, throughout the evening how my audio sounds. If it could be more volume, less volume, anything in between. If you're getting background noise. Right now the furnace is on. Hopefully that'll turn off soon after my house heats up a little bit. It will probably turn on again throughout the stream because it's like 5 degrees out right now. So I know about that, unfortunately. $170 to replace your skateboard? I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. $40 if you buy parts off eBay. The plastic middle part of... Oh, I got you. You're talking about your watch. So where the band attaches to the strap broke, the plastic body of the watch. Oh, you're talking about like that part right there, the top part. I didn't even know that was plastic. I thought that was metal. I gotcha. Mine is actually the 3. Mine's not the 5. And so I wonder, mine might be plastic. I don't know. I haven't really looked closely at it. I got a new band for mine recently. They're pretty sweet watches. I like them. Oh, my nails aren't long enough to get this last screw out. Come on. Come on, little boy. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. We'll put this up here. We'll need that later. Okay. All right. All the hardware is undone now at this point. Oh, man. Okay. Let's move this aside. Let's put this down here. We will not be conducting any drop tests this evening on any of these pieces. At least not intentionally. All right, so yeah, so here's a close-up on the gasket on the Keycult 65. Oh, that did not focus, right? There you go. Yeah, so you can see it's not too thick, right? I mean, it's a little bit. It's just for sound signature. But yeah, that plastic there is gonna certainly mute your sounds a little bit because obviously, being a gasket mount, it's essentially a sandwich mount with a it's essentially a sandwich mount with the rubber gasket on it. So, yep, it looks like it's just an adhesive that's held down in place. So with the number 1, you don't have to worry about putting a rubber band or anything around some gaskets operate like that. So yeah, the top is beautiful. I do not see, on some boards you'll have a little bit of like anodization errors or scratches or micro scratches on the inside of the case. Don't see anything like that on here. So really, really pleased about that. And obviously, you can see with the cutouts, this top plate goes in a very specific place on the case. So there's no moving or shifting the top of your keyboard around to make sure it lines up properly. That is all machined precisely enough so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's go ahead, remove the plate. Yep, so there's the plate there. Just places for the hardware to go through on the corners. Obviously no holes cut in the plate. So you know the hardware all goes through there. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. And then more of the rubber gaskets right here. I think this is going to sound really good. You know, the plate doesn't touch anywhere other than on these gaskets. So I mean, yeah, no reason for that to not have a really nice dampened sound. That'll be pretty good. I'm curious to see how much flex you'll get on the rights and lefts of this board. We'll have to pay attention to that after we finish building it up. So, all right, we'll go ahead and keep the plate up here. The bottom of the case we'll put down in just a moment. So the weight, I'm not going to take apart right now, but the weight is held in with these hexes that are, or not, the same size. They are. So the hardware is the same for the weight screw and the bottom of the screw. Yeah, so Aaron, if you're still tuned in, the only spot you have a micro scratch on this bad boy is right over here. You've got a tiny little scratch. If I can get the light to reflect off of it, there, you can kind of see it there. Not too bad. It looks like the cable may have in shipping just kind of scraped there a little bit, my guess. The little Molex connector there, not that big of a deal. You'll never see that when it's put together, obviously. So, just want to let you know. It looks perfect, though, everywhere else. Yep, that's my thought. Cable moved around a little bit, just scratched it. So this is the Keycult #1. I don't know if you guys saw it. Nice little addition there. 6 of 15. So there we go. Pretty cool stuff. All right, cool. So yeah, we'll put this down now. It's pretty sweet. So this is a complete. This is the whole weight. So the weight down here is one piece that goes around the sides, around the back, has these grommets on the top. I mean, there's a lot of intricacy with these components. It's really cool. I mean, this is a fancy board. I like it. I like it a lot. So, moving right along, we're going to be building this thing up with some, there we go, that looks about right. We're going to be building this thing up with some V2 Zealios. They're lubed and ready to roll. What do we got here? Somebody fishing a spacesuit. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Enjoy your stay. Somebody just messaged me a second ago, too. Ah, there he is. Yeah, good to see you, buddy. I see your message now, too, in chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to be building this one. This is a client build, so I wish I could say this one's my personal. I would, I'm remiss that I did not make it into this one. All right, so let me find, where did I put the switches for this? Oh, I think I know. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Hey, Albibas, thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Alrighty. Yeah, it's heresy. I'm wearing a TGR t-shirt building up a Keycult. Keycult needs to send me a t-shirt. Oh yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Man, do what you will with me, but don't share my keyboard spending. Oh, that would not be good. That would be cold-blooded. Oh, we've got a single one of the Taro spacebars in here. Okay, so we need to return real quick and figure out what layout we are building this with. I know I have it in my chat here. You don't have to tell me again. You don't have to tell me again, Aaron. I know I've got it. I know I've got it. Yep, bottom layout with a 6.25. That's the easy part. We got that here. Ba-boom. And then we've got short right shift. So we need a 2U for the left shift. We need a 2U for the enter key. And we're doing a split backspace. So that should do it for the 2Us. And that means all the other 2Us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you have plenty of 2Us for the Alice build later on this week too. So cool. We are good with stabilizers. All right. So. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I do actually have. So I remember with the blues, you were mentioning the Olivetti, which I have in my personal arsenal, and sounds like I may be passing off to you. I think you will like this. Take a look here. All right, so here is the bottom / side of your case. And here is GMK Olivetti. Let's do, I think I'll be able to get a good focus there on the emblem. Now I know I'm in focus. And there you go. I think it's a pretty good match on the blues. It looks probably better in person too. The blue on the Olivetti is a little bit darker, but I think it'll pop nicely. So I'll dress it in Olivetti for you this evening after building her up. And then we can go from there if you like it. It's all yours. All right. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stabilizer screws. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, so you'll have the full spectrum of tactiles here after this one. You'll have these V2 Zealios, and then we'll be building the Alice up with some red pandas. Man, oh man. When I need to do comparisons of tactiles, I'm going to be calling you up. Hey man, what you think? What you think? What you think? Okay, so the plate is backwards because I'm a dummy. There we go. That looks a little better. Now things are lining up. Okay. Couple of switches. And let's mod some stabilizers. So again, I'm going to check in with you guys. We're rolling musicless tonight. It's not because I don't have music playing. I do. It's just playing through my USB interface, and I'm actually listening to myself as well since I've got new audio recording hardware going on today. So if you guys want me to cue up music and switch over, I think at this point my audio sounds okay, and so we don't need to worry about We don't need to worry about me being plugged in and monitoring myself on the right. So if you guys want me to switch over and play some down-tempo EDM for you guys, that's what I'm listening to. More than happy to do so. Or cue up your own music. And you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I don't care. You can do what you want. I have people coming to clean my house, so I'm going to clip these off. And these little black tabs can fly off into infinity for all I care. See you later. Yeah, so I've tried the V2s myself. They're tactile, very much so. And they're a nice bump. I tried mine so the build I did earlier with them was stock. They were not lubed, and so this will be the first time I've tried them lubed. I'm excited. So if you guys are new to keyboards, feel free to ask your questions in chat too, just in case I miss any. There are quite a few knowledgeable people in there. Right now I am clipping and lubing stabilizers for this build. So if you have any questions about that, by all means, feel free to let me know. And I'll try not to ignore anybody. Stabilizers are clipped, and we are going to be using some 205G0 on the sliders and wires, as well as my classic move of lubing them up with some super lube. Anything I miss that gets wiped off the wire when I slide it into the housing, the super lube tends to do a fantastic job of filling in for me. Sam had a build, the unicorn typing test. Who, oops, sorry guys. Oh, now at this point my battery is dead. Let's swap the battery and fix that. And just in case this stream goes long, I'm going to plug that battery in real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Okie dokie. Okay. Woo. We are looking for numero 0. There it is. Blank Turk, no it is not. I am building this board up for a client this evening. I'm going to get some of that rolling and some of this rolling. Oh yeah, we're ready now. Ooh. We're in a good mood today, chat. We're in a real good mood. This weather was a pain in the butt for some people. For me, I stayed home today. Hopefully, you guys weren't affected too negatively by it. It is freezing outside. Shout out to everybody who's like northern central United States right now. You are basically living through a Tuesday in Alaska. It'll be 30 in Chicago next week. Right now it's like negative 40. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's cold here too, but not that bad. What's the coldest you've seen, chat? For me, it's negative 20. I've seen negative 20, and the wind chill was probably somewhere in like the negative 30s, like mid 30s. And that's cold. That is cold. Not meant for humans type temperature, for sure. Absolutely not meant for humans. Anyone seen anything crazier than that? And I've got good outerwear too. Like, I go skiing a lot, and so I thought my outerwear was on point. Like, I have good performance, like, you know, Patagonia, Arc'teryx, like, you know, top names, right? And negative 40 wind chill cuts through an $800 jacket like it's from Burlington Coat Factory. I needed like a bear skin on me and then a coat on top of that. Nice. Yeah, 60 degrees. That's where we all need to be right now. Yeah, summers are tough. Summers are tough. And heat really sucks. I mean, I've not been anywhere that hot, but I've had people speak to me from experience of like super hot desert heat. Like, you know, people I work with that have been deployed talking to me about it. Like, we're talking like 130 degrees out. And then they'll go out the next day and it'll be like 115 and they're like, oh, it's not that hot today. But 130 degrees out, you got to think, I mean, it always made me wonder too, when you see the movies of them doing like Jarhead and, you know, like the Marines and all those movies where they're out in the desert and you don't see them sweating, I'm like, how are they not? And then you think, oh, because the sweat is just evaporating off their skin. It's not, it doesn't have a point where it's actual like liquid on you. It just is evaporating out of your pores. It's so hot. You're sweating, you just don't actually get wet. Like, that's crazy. What am I doing? I don't need to put the scroll on that yet. All right, let's do this. Let's put the paintbrush over there. Yeah, it's too hot. Although I bet some people in Chicago would have wished for it today. And like Wisconsin and those people that are out on like the Great Lakes area, they're freezing. Yeah, I have a buddy who's in Chicago and he was going into the office this morning Went into the office. I was like, if it was -40, I'd be like, I'm calling out today. I'm not going outside. He went in this morning and it was -50 wind chill when he went into the office this morning. I was like, yeah, no, not me. Not once, not never. Not going to happen. What's up, KB Warriors? That is right. We are building the Keycult number 165%. Alrighty. Of which, so far, we have begun the lubing of the stabilizers. So I've heard this board has a really cool, just like with the Zeal board, has a really cool configurator. I have not yet downloaded that. I'm eager to try that out. I'll probably be doing that off stream. But Wilba's really stepping the game up here with the PCBs and the software for them. The you know, and I guess it's a collaboration between Olivia and Wilba's with the Zeal, because he had the what he had with the Zeal was Via configurator. Yeah, is it Via for the Keycult? I thought it was a different application. It looked like, I checked the website, it looked like it was a different screenshot. It didn't look like Via to me. Is it? Via's incredible, if that's what it is. The Alice will be built with red pandas, red holy pandas. So that'll be a fun build too. Okay, so if it's Via, I already have it. I've got experience with Via. Via's pretty sweet. That's good stuff. Via was like, so Jigon is fairly intuitive. What else is there? O2D sucks. What else? Let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me turn this down real quick. Yeah, O2D sucks. And then Bootmapper is okay. Yeah, that might be why. So I haven't loaded up Via in probably like well, maybe that's why it looked different, because I have the updated version. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited. Via's sweet. It's refreshing to be greeted by, you know, a Bootmapper client that is coded in a way to where it's intuitive. You don't need an instruction manual to figure out what you're doing. You install the executable and run it, and out the box, it recognizes through the drivers, you know, what keyboard you have plugged in and says, oh, I know what to do with that. You know, with others, with some you actually have to tell it, like with QMK, you actually have to tell it which driver to use, and it doesn't come in automatically. It just can be, it can be quite a challenge. And for somebody that, you know, is building their first keyboard, it's not an intuitive process for sure. But yeah, no, Via is sweet. I hope that they port that to every QMK board. Be sweet if they did. I'd be running QMK on everything then. So much has already been ported to QMK too. Oh, my furnace turned off. Chat, how's the noise in the background right now? The only thing you should be hearing is potentially the TV that's upstairs. Full disclosure, I'm not in a good streaming environment, which should be changing soon. I will have a dedicated office in the new house that we are actually house hunting for. We have not moved yet, so right now I'm in the basement. In a pretty much open concept basement that just, you know, is being utilized by me with my desk, with my kids' play area, and then, you know, right up the stairs is, you know, the TV and living room and all that jazz. So it's noisy. Okay, well, that's good though. Blank Turk says it's fine. Yeah, USB-C is the future, but man, if people don't want to upgrade, I understand, because I have so many USB minis right now. Just kind of hard to justify. I just need to get a nice USB-C cable. And as I say that, I have a Yarbo USB mini cable on the way, actually. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting the future. You kids with your USB-C cables. Back in my day, we were happy with USB-A for everything. I'd spend 20 minutes trying to figure out which way I was supposed to plug the USB cable in. You know, with like every USB-A cable, you always would plug it in the right way first, although it wouldn't get in there. And so you'd flip it around and you'd be like, nope, I'm for sure convinced this is the wrong way. And then you'd flip it back to the way you had just been trying, and all of a sudden now it works. Classic USB-A. Got me every time. All right, we need to clean that one up just a little bit. Just a little dab. All right. Yeah, exactly. You'd always try it the right way first. You'd be like, oh, this is the way this goes. You're like, oh, maybe it's not. I'm sure I just looked at it, though. It seemed like that was right. And you flip it. And you're like, yep, this is definitely wrong. You got me again, USB-A. You got me again. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Yes, you are. All right, let's load up that stabilizer. More. We need more grease. So with this new recording setup, not only does my glorious voice sound better for you guys, but on top of that, once I plug these stabilized keys up, I will be able to hear through monitoring my microphone detail invisible to the human ear, thus giving me an unparalleled advantage in modding stabilizers. Like, I can turn the monitor volume on this microphone up so high that I can hear people like talking at a normal volume 2 floors away from me. It's like cheating. So I didn't allow rattly stabilizers before, but now I really don't allow rattly stabilizers. I've already heard like rattle in stabilizers of like of like 2 of my other boards that I'd never heard before, and now I'm like, oh, I need to get in there. Get in there and fix that shit. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Stabilizers. Check. I had a lot of lube on there that I just wasted. I should have wiped that back off into the vial. Rip. I didn't realize how much I had loaded up on that. Okay. So earlier I was chatting with somebody in Discord, I believe, or maybe it was Slack. We were talking about the Mass Drama website and then also the counters being wrong because of the Holy Panda scandal. Is anybody in chat right now that was privy to that? I said earlier that I would explain I would explain the drama behind all of that ridiculousness there and what Mass Drop did. Is everyone tired of hearing about that? I won't go into it again if people are. I know it was talked through a bunch when it happened. But if some people are curious about it, I can tell them. Yeah, because we were talking, I think it was, I can't remember. I think we were talking about Mass Drop buying Keycap is how it actually came up. Okay, so yeah, so it seems like some people want to be caught up. Yeah, I'll divulge. Give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, so, oh boy. Need a tissue for that. Stabilizer wire and the space bars don't go back as far as I think they should in the GMK. There we go, that looks good. Okay. So, correct. Now, not only that though, so yeah, let me take a step back. Yeah, and if you've already heard about it, don't care about hearing about it, mute me for the next couple minutes. Without the sugarcoating that a lot seem to include. Yeah, no, absolutely. I won't sugarcoat anything. Yeah, so I'll give the long story. We got plenty of time here. Where do I begin? So it starts with, and who can remind me in chat, because I can't remember his name. Who was the guy that came up with the Holy Jesus? I can't remember that user's name. Was it Supervan? Is that his name? I think it was Supervan. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Supervan. Okay, so Jantic, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Enjoy your stay, my friend. You tuned in right in time for some drama. The drama is getting the follows to come in. Oh, yeah. So, what happened is Supervan makes a post on Keycap that goes on and on and on and on and on, basically calling out a whole bunch of dirty flippers in the community, talking about how all these ne'er-dwellers are... Yeah, Jan, take another keyboard build, buddy. So basically talking about all the ne'er-dwellers in the community who are flipping Panda switches for profit because the Holy Panda market blew up in such a way, which it did. And I will be honest with you guys, full disclosure in this story, I flipped pandas. I didn't go out there and buy a whole bunch of pandas for cheap and then turn around and, flip them for more than I spent on them like a month ago. I bought a Mech 27 built from the guy who actually made the first round of pandas, and I suffered with a Mech 27 built with stock pandas for about probably 4 months, since I was just too lazy to rebuild it. And so I sold those pandas for a ridiculous profit which is good actually, because I traded a nice TX 1800 for that board because it was about a 1-to-1 at the time. And the Mech 27 market dropped. Anyways, I digress. What happened, though, is that the original Panda was very, very nice. Devin, the guy who made them, 27, ended up selling that mold to a B-Sun, right? So B-Sun gets them and they make changes to it. And they make changes to it, thus messing it up. Fast forward a couple months down the line, people find Holy Pandas and are like, oh, while the Inver Panda was not a good linear, it makes a fantastic tight housing for a super tactile switch. Enter in the typing test from Nathan Kim and a couple others, and the Holy Panda market goes boom. Because B-Sun at this point can't make, they've messed up the housings. Devin, the guy who originally made them, no longer had the housings. So you can see how the market just went crazy. I mean, Pandas were trading for like upwards of like $5-6 a switch at one point. They're like more than a Nixie, and a Nixie is absurdly hard to find. So Supervan comes along. That's about all the context you need. Supervan comes along later and basically starts calling all these people out in the community like, you know, I'm not going to sit around and support these people. I'm going to, you know, I've remade the housing. It's perfect. All these people that rely on flipping Pandas are trying to, you know, make it so that I can't make my margins, like profit margins. So he comes out on a Keycap and he does this group buy for his Holy Jesus switch, which is basically, it's not a Holy Panda. The Holy Jesus was just an Inver Panda linear switch, just with the recreated housings that he sent over to Nathan Kim and a couple other reviewers, and they confirmed that it sounded good. And so with that, what ultimately happened is he went on to have a group buy for it. The group buy was set, like I said, for $1 a switch, and nobody really liked them, but people were like, I want Holy Pandas for $1 as opposed to $5, right, per switch. And so his group buy is going along pretty successfully for like a week or so, and then Massdrop comes in with a Holy Panda group buy. So not only does it have the Inver Panda housing, but it's got the Halo Clear or Halo True stem, I think it was, combined with it, right? So everyone's like, wait a minute. I don't really want to, people that were paying attention were like, I don't really want to support this Supervan guy. Anyways, and now Massdrop is making the switch for $1, I think is what their group buy price was, or maybe it was even less. But they're putting their group buy on for the finished product, because nobody's going to use the Holy Jesus. Everyone's just going to mod it into the, you know, the Holy Panda version. And so he, that is Supervan, is put into this position where he can no longer sell his product. Like his sales got hit big, and basically what Massdrop did to make it even worse is they sent product over to Quakems, who was the actual original guy who made a Holy Panda. So are you getting confused yet? Anyways, Massdrop with their timing sends their product over to Quakems. He reviews it and says, yeah, it's the real deal. Massdrop is selling the right thing. And so people either one, drop out of Supervan's buy, or they just never buy it to begin with because they're buying the completed version off Massdrop, right? For less cost. What's up, Sebzarush? How you doing, buddy? I'm going over the crazy drama with Massdrop and Halos, or the Holy Pandas again. So fast forward now, after all of that comes out, Supervan's group buy ends, okay? It's gone. It's done at this point, right? Massdrop comes out about a week or so later and says to Quakems, or maybe Quakems approached them. Long story short, the supply that Massdrop sent to Quakems to review for this new Holy Panda that's like, you know, redone and should be good again, that was old stock. They said we couldn't get a review sample ready in time, so we sent you V1 Pandas with a Halo True stem in them. which is exactly what. So of course it's going to be perfect because it's the round one that was so rare, the one that was selling for like $5 a switch. So yeah, Mass Drop was super shady with that. And of course the timing of it at that point was anyone that wanted a Halo or a Holy Panda had to stay in the buy because the Jesus buy had already ended. It was diabolical. So that's the whole story. That was the that was the latest. That was the latest shitty thing Mass Drop's done, unless they've done something else bad after that. It came up today in chat because we were talking about Mass Drama, the website that they made, which is hysterical. If you guys haven't seen it, it's instead of Mass Drop, it's massdrama.com. There you go. We were talking about that because when Mass Drop bought Keycap. So anyways, back to keyboard building. Not really back to it, but continuing it. All right, so I've got enough switches in here to actually test this out. Let's go ahead and get a couple of keycaps out. We'll use the Olivetti here, because that's what we're going to put on it. All right, we've got a space bar that should be within the right size. Yep, it is. Oh, we're getting messages here. Oh, there we go. Yep, and then Red Panda's out. Yeah, so the Red Pandas should be. Aren't those just are those the Jesus housings that are just recolored now? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on anymore. That switch is tough, man. It's so tough. I don't need a backspace. I need an enter key. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's a tab key. We can put a tab key on there. Sure, since we found it. I need this one too. I need this. I need this one in here because this one we will use to test to make sure it goes in straight. Actually, we don't even need to worry about this going in straight. That's held on all sides. We don't care about that. We're doing stepped here. So we'll put that right there, and then we'll put that right there. Give me a shift. Yeah, so I think you'll be okay with Red Pandas. I think you'll be okay, man. I think you'll be okay. I hope so. I hope so, but if you haven't tried the original, man, what would you know? You wouldn't even know a difference. But if you've tried the original, then... And I don't even know if you would... I don't know, I have to try it. I can't speak intelligently on it because I haven't tried them side by side. And I haven't tried any of the new ones. When I build the Alice up, that will be the first time I've experienced the new one. So I'm excited about that. Oh, did we really just run out of battery on that? Man, oh man. No, I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry about that. Okay. I think it's because I'm messing with the cable on accident. I think I'm hitting the cable. Okay, so we need a couple more switches. We need, or not switches, keycaps. I want the short shift, which looks like it's, nope, that's control. Where are you, short shift? Ooh, an escape key. A blue one. Yeah, so the Mass Drop drama with Keycap was a funny story too. But that was less on Mass Drop and more on the guy who previously owned Keycap. So you can't really get angry at Mass Drop for that one. That shift is too short. Sorry guys, bear with me here for a second. I'm searching for modifiers. Searching. This looks promising. There's an alt key. There should be 1.25s across the board. There's the GUI. The GUI. There's the control. I found a menu button. I'd rather have another control and alt. I think I have a control and alt in here. There's another alt. I'm gonna find all of these 1.25 modifiers before I find that short shift too, it looks like. I don't know where that thing's at. I know I have another short shift in here. There it is. Haha. All I had to do was talk about it and I found it. Okay, where is... Oh, there's an arrow key. We need... There's another arrow key. But we don't really care much about the arrows. We more so care about that last 1.25. So the reason I'm finding all the keycaps, guys, if you're wondering, is because I'm going to have all the keycaps plugged in here. I can get away with another GUI key. I really want the control keys just so I don't have to search for it later. There it is. Okay, cool. I've got all the modifiers I need. I want to put these all on because what this will allow me to do is make sure that since these openings in the plate are larger for multiple different switch placements, we want to make sure that they don't go in crooked. And so in order to do that, you need to have the keycaps on them. Okay. Also helps make sure you have everything lined up properly too on the board, which is nice. You don't want to end up putting a switch in the wrong place on accident. You never know. Everybody makes mistakes. Always good to double check. Even your boy Max F every now and then. Heresy, I know, right? Oh, looky there. I just made a mistake. I believe I did. Let's double check. I don't believe that's in the right position. Nope, sure isn't. That goes there. That goes there. And then this one goes one over. Cool. What is this? That one goes there. And this one can go, I don't even care. Okay. So. I can go there. Let's listen. Let me turn my music off. Ba-boom. You guys are about 1 UE away. Let me turn my monitor up so I can hear myself. It's gotta be true. I do not do the Band-Aid mod. I've done the Band-Aid mod on probably about 5 different boards. I do not think it makes that big of a difference. The Band-Aid mod is a meme. I do it if customers request it. And so Aaron, if you request it, I will do the Band-Aid mod. But I do not do it for myself, my personal builds, or client builds unless it is specifically requested. Some people still like it. I don't see the value in it. I don't think it makes that much of a difference these days. Oh, Scott be true. You know, I will fill you in on what I think here. Actually, by the end of the stream, might be a little bit, but if you stick around, or just catch the. Oh, what's up, What Yuppie? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll either hit you up in chat later, or you can stick around, or you can watch the VOD later. I have not yet typed with the Keycult yet. So yeah, it's gonna make a big difference when I actually have the gasket and everything installed. You know, and so right now, in terms of build experience, they're probably both pretty similar. I mean, both plates are pretty solid to build with. You know, obviously they hold the switch as well. I like that. I like that with the Keycult. It's not ISO. And so your split backspace is always going to be straight. It's a pretty sweet feature for everyone that's not European. You know, if you like the ISO layout, rip boys, you are not going to like the Keycult 65. It does not allow you to have an ISO enter key. So I think that sounds pretty good. What do you guys think? Can you hear this okay? I can turn the gain up as well on my mic. I'm not hearing any rattle. I think it sounds pretty good. Spacebar really sounds good. Always sounds better when it's in a case too, and it'll sound real juicy when it's actually built up when this gasket mounts. Oh yeah! All right, let me go ahead and start my musica again. All right, cool. All right, guys. With all of that said, let's go ahead and get some more switches popped in here. And yeah, we'll start soldering here shortly. Just a real quick check, Aaron. I got you in chat here. Just double check me here. We've got a split backspace. Two guys up here. We'll do the enter, short right shift, obviously with the arrow keys. We've got the 1.25, 6.25s, 1.25s here, and then of course the longer left shift. And a stepped caps lock. Stepped caps lock is on there. Hit me up if I'm missing anything or I did anything wrong. Yeah, the build experience is pretty nice with this. You know, I like that. So the handles for thanks Yappy, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, my little Phoenix watch. These handles on the bottom, you see the cutout for the plate. It makes it a lot easier to actually hold the plate when you're popping the switches in, which is nice. Nice little, not intended for that purpose, obviously. It's intended for the gaskets. You want to make sure you're not putting too much pressure on them still so that you're bending a plate or anything, but gives you a little extra leverage to make sure your switches are going in nicely and not only half-ass clipped into the plate. So it's nice. I can dig it. All right, let's see here. I'm getting hit up. What's going on? Oh my goodness. All right, cool. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that. My 910 will be the closest you can probably get to a gasket mount sounding 910 too, because my 910 is not mounted at all with any of the top mount screws. My 910 utilizes all liner. I've got enough liner in there that's cut and pushed in there to keep the plate on the up on the top of the case. So that you know, when the bottom is screwed in, it holds there in place and there's not much flex. There's a little bit of flex because some flex is nice, but not too much flex. Why does that guy not want to go in there? What am I missing? Is this guy? Oh, there we go. Good thing I didn't push on it. There we go. Part of the top housing wasn't pushed down onto it all the way. We're Gucci. We Gucci, baby. All right. I love this plate color. So nice. Is there a bot in Twitch that you can integrate into your stream, like a jukebox type thing, that doesn't necessarily change what I listen to, but adds in music for what you guys want to listen to? I wonder. Kind of like a SoundCloud type feature integration that like just adds in at the bottom of my page. Like that'd be kind of cool. I could add something like that so you could just queue up your own playlist within my stream. Oh yeah, that would work. Nightbot's up in here. Is it like a feature that I just need to enable? Oh, so but it requests songs, but it still requests songs that I play. Would I be playing it for everybody, or would it be just for that specific person? Because I'm looking more for the latter. So if I do streams like this, where I don't play music, and I'm just like, you know, bring your own music, play whatever you want in your background, and hang out with me, and that way everyone can listen to what they want to listen to. I can do kind of the same thing integrated into my stream. For everybody on stream, though, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, I got it. I gotcha. Perfect number of switches. Just enough. Right? One more left? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got all the switches we need. Okay. Quick little visual inspection here. And I'll tell you what I'm looking for, guys. So I just make sure, so after I finish plugging all the switches into the board, you always want to make sure that your plate and switches are plugged in and straight. You want your plate and PCB to be parallel lines with each other. And if you have any bowing or if any of the switches aren't plugged in right, you basically just got to go slow from the start. And once you have the outer layer all plugged in right and sitting flush, then all the middle ones, you know, they just piggyback off the edge. But yeah, I'm just going to make sure I have everything plugged in here. It's all looking good. And then when you start the soldering process, you want to hit the 4 corners of the board first, typically, to make sure that, kind of just like when you're screwing in hardware, you don't want to go all in a line because your device could torque and angle could get to the point where when you're at the end, you're all out of alignment. But yeah, we're looking good here. Yeah, so build so far is very pleasing to me. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah, YouTube or Spotify, and then they could just have their own music. You can also just open up YouTube yourself in the meantime. But yeah, that would be kind of cool, I thought. Alrighty. So, with that said, here we go. We are ready to get the soldering iron turned on. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Okay. That's just about heated up. I switched my sponge around. It's looking okay. Alright, I'm not going to solder on this just in case any flux gets off and starts to burn through it, since it's not mine. Not my piece of packing material to destroy. Okay. That's a good looking board. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. I gotta tell you too, Aaron, we did a little bit of a leap of faith here with this one. You saw me at the beginning of the stream opening up the PCB. I have not tested it. Probably should have done that. You know, let's go ahead and plug it in real quick before we start streaming. Plug it in, just make sure it's working. Working is good. If I can get my USB-C cable out here without shifting the camera too terribly much, I'm not going to be able to. Sorry, camera. Rip. There it is. Okay. Okay, that was kind of how I had it, right? Yeah. We'll go ahead, just to err on the side of caution here. Just double check that we get a signal on this. A one-stop shop for all the components you need to build your own keyboard. Well, the question is, what keyboard are you trying to build? There is a one-stop shop for many of the components, and there's probably a one-stop shop for all of them. If you're looking for, like right off the top, your ears, I'm sorry, I hope that wasn't, I hope that didn't destroy you guys. I just ran into my XLR cable with my mic. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. This is not picky on the orientation? I'd be surprised at that. Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. Let me unplug this before I figure out which orientation goes which. I would imagine it goes like this. I just want to plug it in and make sure it feels right before. There's no... Is there a... Hold on, fam. Is there a guide on this? There's gotta be, right? Hold on, so I have... And Wilbur doesn't have power and everything labeled on this, nor does he have it labeled on the other side. I'm looking for, if this is a Molex cable, I'm looking for like ground power D plus D minus, and it doesn't have those labels on it, nor does oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, so that's, you're absolutely right. The pins only allow it so one orientation can go through. Nope, you're right. I just wanted to make sure I had it set properly. Yeah, you'd only be able to plug this in one direction. All right, so let me try and do this here real quick. This is awkward. Man, oh man, Bug Whisper, did you build one of these already? This is the only part that's awkward about this board, getting this PCB hooked up. The cable's so short. Come on, Molex cable. Connector, I should say, not cable, Molex connector. Get in there. No, I found it. Aaron. So basically, the pins on the bottom of this cable only allow the orientation to go one way. So we are foolproof in this. I cannot plug this in a direction which would short circuit it, or I'd really have to. I guess you could do anything you wanted, but yeah, you would not be able to easily plug it in, I should say, the wrong way. It is a one-way cable still. if I can plug it in, I can then test it. Goodness gracious. They have an instruction guide on how to, I know I'm like off camera for this whole thing too, I'm sorry guys. Basically what I'm doing is the bottom of the case has a Molex cable that needs to be plugged into the PCB here. I've almost got it lined up. Right, it's that direction? Yes, it should be like this actually. Right, more space. Right. Yeah, more space, so like this. No, come on. I'd rather not have to use tweezers for this. Oh, rip, Bug Whisper. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh my goodness, did they have like tips and tricks on how to get this Molex cable plugged in? It's like 0 angle. Did they have, hold on, while I'm struggling here like an idiot with this thing, does this have more slack in which it can come out? Not really. Okay. I mean, I can take the weight off to mount it, but man, I'd rather not have to do that. Give me a little bit extra, I guess, if I took the weight off, but no, we're not doing that. We're gonna get dexterous with it here. We're gonna get dexterous with it here, and we're gonna get this plugged in. We'll get it. We'll get it, lads. You can see a little bit of my struggles here. Now, it's the pins are closer to that side. Yes, so that needs to go there. You know the funny part about this? I will need to take this out once I'm done, because I'm just testing the PCB right now. We don't have this all soldered up. I need to take this out, and then I'll have to put this, I'll have to do this again to finish the build. Oh, we got it. Did we get it? We got it. Eureka. Whew. Man, oh man. Okay. Sorry about the delay there, guys. Okay, let's see if this... Oh, headphones, watch out. Nice. We got it. Okay, cool. PCB's working. Okay. Whew. I just want to make sure. I didn't test the switches or anything. You know, so if we have an issue, we have an issue with resistors. The controllers and everything look to be good to go, because I did register it once I plugged it in there. There we go. All right. Huh. Moving on. Put that back aside. All right, we've got everything there. We'll just give our board another quick once over to make sure none of our switches came loose. They look good. Our iron is heated up. It's been heated up at this point. We'll put the USB-C cable aside. We'll need that later. All right. We are ready to begin soldering. Let me put this here. I'm going to solder on this side, guys, closest to you all. Let me move that up. That there. And take a quick water break. Oh yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, we're looking good, baby. Alright guys. Sorry about that fan. I know that's a bummer. I'm gonna move this back a bit further too. So I don't get any flux on my keyboards. See if I can get you guys a better angle. I want to get one of those setups that actually has the what am I trying to say? The camera mounted. I think that would be sweet. Camera mounted right over the desk. There we go. Okay. Sounds pretty good. Well, not sounds, but looks pretty good. I'm sure it doesn't sound good. I know sound is jacked up right now with the the damn fan. Sorry guys, soldering vacuum sucks, I know. Gotta have it though. It's really a beautiful PCB, Aaron. The pads are really nice. Oh, how I love a good pad. Okay, cool. Cloudiness. Yeah, there's a little bit of like, so the fiberglass film that goes over all the traces and everything. There's a little bit. Yeah, let me see if I can get you a better look at that. You'll see it probably best here by like the letters and everything. I know my lighting's harsh too. Do you see the perforation around the traces? No, that's not good. Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, so you can see the perforation a tiny tattle around the edges. I mean, if I was to be really really critical of it, right? I mean, yeah, you'd call that out. But it's not bad, I'd say. I mean, I'd say it's not gonna affect anything on the board, obviously. And yeah, I mean, it is there though. Huh, that's funny. You know, I didn't notice that until you brought it up. Somebody was looking with a finer eye than I was. Definitely notice it now that I see it. I'd say it doesn't bother me though. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you gotta wonder. He might have recalled some. I'd say yours doesn't look that. I'd say yours doesn't look that bad. Okay. Two sides are done. And what I look for when I look at the two sides is I look to make sure the entirety of the switch is making contact with the PCB. And on both sides you've got nice clean contact points there. Then I go through the bottom row and I just push down one more time, making sure that the switches are in completely there. And then we do the bottom row. Bottom row is going to be the trickiest one on this board. It's the only spot where we have, you know, multiple switches side by side that don't have plate enclosing them on all four edges of the switch. Trick is just take your time, make sure you you know, go switch by switch at this point on rows like this, making sure that all your switches go in straight. Have keycaps on them to double check. Cool. Looks great to me. Now we got the rest of the board to do. All the difficult switches are in there. So, let the games begin. So yeah, Hugo Gamer. I have a fan right here, an exhaust fan that pulls the fumes off of me. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're not in a well ventilated area, or if you don't have an exhaust, well, I mean, to be honest, I would not recommend soldering without an exhaust. Yeah, so if you look, you can see the smoke getting pulled off to the left side of the camera, or maybe the right side, left side of the camera. So you can see how it gets pulled over there. You can see the exhaust pulling it in. Yep. Yeah, you definitely don't want those. You definitely don't want those fumes going into your face. Even with that, I still breathe out when I'm soldering. When I'm actually touching component. Yep, no reason to not have a exhaust. They're like 30 bucks on Amazon. Definitely get an exhaust. I missed one. I should have probably checked the other ones too. This is a pain in the butt after the fact. Hold on one second here. This little boy got smushed. It's okay, leg. You'll be alright. There we go. Alright, let me just double check actually. Make sure I got all the others fine. Oh man, there's another boy. Ooh, where'd you go, Switch? Can't afford to lose you. Where'd my... This one's pushed down. Oh no, I got it. Never mind. Yeah, if you've got garage door open, yep, yeah, you'll be all right. And just have a fan that's blowing, from one direction to the other, just so that you don't have the fumes staying around you for too long. But yeah, pending that, you'll be all right. I'm indoors in a basement right now, and so I've got not as good ventilation as I probably should. And so having the exhaust is pretty key. All right, this one made it through, but that said, I'm sorry guys, hold on. Yeah, the exhaust is really pretty cheap. Mine is, you can see the brand on mine. It's that right there, AOYUE, smoke absorber. The 486, AOYU, or however the hell they pronounce it, AOYUE. It's cheap. Same one I'd recommend. No reason to get anything more expensive. Comes with, yeah, I wouldn't say it's overkill. I mean, is protecting your lungs from getting lung cancer important to you? If yes is the answer to that question, then I would recommend getting a smoke absorber. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just have a little bend in this switch pin here. Tiny little bend. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now that I'm done with what I should have done probably before I started soldering any. Yeah. Yeah, so what's nice about this model is it comes with, and I haven't had to change out the filter yet, but it comes with an extra filter as well. And so you'll be set for a long time with that. I do not, unless it's Hearthstone. I will play like a card game like Magic or Hearthstone with it. But no, like a first person or, you know, like Dota or anything like that, I will not play with a trackball mouse. Not quick enough. The fumes can also be quite hot too, so if you're too close, and if you don't have something like extracting over them, like I've actually had fumes kick over my extractor before, over my hand, and burn my hand with the fumes. It's not fun. So that's why I'll wear some heat resistant gloves every now and then too. I haven't been feeling it on my hands tonight. So we're Gucci right now.
That's a good idea. Having a fume extractor on a mic arm? I like that. I might try and do something like that, you know, because mine is a real pain in the butt. Having it on an arm like that would be really nice. I mean, I put mine in my desk drawer when I'm done with it. I never leave it out just because it would always be in the way. But on a mic arm, that would be a game changer.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that a lot, Jantic.
Mic arm fume extractor.
That's an alpha move right there. Question though, do you guys use eyewear when soldering? Yeah, neither do I, obviously. But
Man, imagine having like a piece of like burning flux come up into your eye. Oh, please no.
Yeah, the fumes would stay low, but every now and then flux will splash. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a better pair. I want to get a pair of magnifiers. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice for doing the SMD work.
Okay. Let's give this a visual inspection here because I do not want to have to plug this Molex cable back into. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Tifu's got a decent keyboard.
Oh, he's got like the Ducky 1 Mini or something like that. A little bit more solder on this guy.
Speaking of needing a magnifying glass, making sure I didn't miss anything. I can turn the fan off for that. Yeah, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything because this is not going to be a fun board to have to take back apart to test if I missed anything. So I'm really going to double check my joints. Make sure I've got nice little volcanoes for each of them. They look pretty good. Yeah, excuse me for just a second here, guys. The reason I'm doing this, if you weren't watching earlier, the Molex cable that plugs this PCB into the circuit board is a little difficult for me to get to. And so because of that, I don't want to be in a position where I have to take it off again. I already plugged it up once to test the PCB before starting the solder. Now that the solder is done, or at least I think it is, the goal is we plug this bad boy in and it works. What do you think, guys? What's the over-under on a good result with that? Oh yeah, come on. Give me a good result. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Let's see here. We can get rid of this. We can brush our desk off a little bit. We can move this back off the camera. I don't need that in my face anymore. Okay. How so? Is it difficult to put on? Is that what you're saying, Jantic? I'll show you. If you're talking about something different, forgive me, I don't know. But I will show you. So the reason it is difficult to put together is because, as you can see, there's the cable that plugs into the PCB. And here's the connector on the PCB itself. Oh, I gotcha. What are you talking about, Tifu? Yeah, Ducky 1, 2, Mini Pro, and the N Pro 2. Do you have rubber keys for gaming? I don't, but apparently it helps a lot. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I've got... I've got I've got a gamer set that's on the way. It's actually the first gamer set I've ever owned. I've got a Bro gamer set and Bro Reaper coming. And so I'll show that off when it arrives. It's not here yet. Okay. All right, guys. Let's wipe this down with a microfiber. Looks pretty flawless to me. Okay. Getting OCD over here, guys. All right. So, how I've found is easiest to set this up like this. Boom, boom. And I know you guys can't see really, but I'm plugging this Molex cable in here. Let's try at this angle here. Get two hands on it. There we go. Beautiful. I think we're in there. It looks like we're in there. Yep, we're in there. Okay. Okay. Cool. Turn my music off for the rest of the stream. Okay. Let's put the top plate back on this. Oh man, this is nice. Okay. Flip her upside down. This would have been funny. Hold on one second, guys. My goodness. We just avoided an epic fail. All right, hold on one second. Luckily, this is going in a little easier now. Now that I got the right angle for it. Yeah, we just avoided an epic fail here. Whoo, yeah, they're all lined up still. Let me explain. Oh man. Why has it got to be like one close call on every stream, huh? Okay, so this one would have been my bad. I forgot to screw in my GMK stabilizers. Luckily, they're all lined up and looking good. That could have been bad news bears, though. Had they popped out, it's kind of hard to get them back in spots when you have everything soldered in. Yeah, we dodged a bullet there, guys. Definitely dodged a bullet there. I don't want to speak too soon until I get these all in there, but I'm pretty sure we dodged a bullet there. Because that would not be fun to have to go back and get these
pop back in if one of them fell out. So far, so good. That's too funny. I'm an idiot. Man, oh man, I'm an idiot. That could have been bad. Alright. So far, so good. Good news is the pins are all in there. The part that could have come out did not, and so yeah, we're Gucci. We're Gucci, fam. Nice. Are you new to the mechanical keyboard scene, Hugo Gamer? You just getting spun up in it? Welcome, by the way. I think that's I think Reddit is how we all got indoctrinated into the hobby. I think just about everybody most likely got introduced through Reddit. Nice. Yeah, that's always a great feeling when you get the first build done. Okay. Yep, now as you can see, our stabilizers are put together. Give me a focus on this. There we go. The screw-ins are in there. We've got the two prongs there as well. Yeah, and then we've got another boom, 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 boom. Prongs in there. Our stabilizers thankfully did not fall out. And then the last one's over here. 1, 2. Prongs still in there. So yeah, we dodged a bullet on that one, guys. The would not have been pretty if our stabilizers had fallen out. So with that said, let's do this again. I'm bound and determined to plug this Molex cable in as much as I can. Better keycaps and suggestions. What color is the case that you got? I got suggestions. Keycap colors are also much preference though. Except for the profile. True pros go cherry profile all the way. DSA and SA are nice for pictures, but they're not as nice to type on. I think some people, there are some people out there that do enjoy typing on DSA more than cherry profile. Like, I think Chris Swires puts DSA profile on everything that he owns. So keycaps though are crazy. I mean, you can get all sorts of different colors and profiles. Yeah, DSA just, it looks so good. Yeah, the SA profile, I feel like everyone jumps in on that at first. I had an SA set. I feel like you jump in on that first, and then you're like, after 1 or 2, you're like, nah, that's enough of that. You go back to cherry. Cherry's the way, lads. If you want to skip straight to endgame, go to some OG die sub cherry keycaps. You get a lot of cool colors with GMK though as well. So I'm going to give you guys something here real quick. Let me go ahead and plug a couple of these in. But I want to show you one thing on this case before I seal it up. Yep, this is it. Okay. I will leave one or two of the screws exposed so you can see what I'm looking at here, guys. This keyboard has a really cool effect on the sockets for the screws on the top. I'll show you here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, sweet. Okay, before I get all of these screwed in, we don't need to go further than this for me to show you this effect right here. Look at this. How cool is that? So that is, if you can see, the socket is part of the aluminum and then part of the blue weight that's on the lower side. Kind of cool, right? Cool little detail that's in this keyboard. Quite a cool little detail. With a bamboo case, I would go with something green. I would do GMK coniferous or maybe GMK camping. If you want that sort of wooded kind of natural feel. Or if you want to go with something that sort of contrasts a little bit, you know, you could do white on black. Looks good on everything. That's what's on my 910 up there. And then beige obviously looks good on everything, so you could absolutely do beige. Black text on a beige keycap. That would look sweet. Ooh, samurai. Good luck getting samurai. That would be a sweet set though. So how much do I want to torque these screws? Because this now is pushing our plate against... At this point, this is just pushing our plate against those grommets. Do I want to torque these a lot? I'm putting them in there pretty loose right now. I'm not using much pressure at all. That sounds pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and before we actually get into any typing tests or dressing her up with keycaps, let's go ahead first and plug it in, making sure we're all set with all the switches. Let's see here. Get just destroyed headphone users. I'm sorry, I just hit my XLR cable on accident. Mic is a little bit too low. Okay, let's go into editor, switch hitter. There we go. Okay. home, page up, page down, end, left, right, up, down, shift, enter, pipe. It's set to standard right now, so I'm going to have to switch it for split backspace, which I can actually show you guys as well. He must have this set to function. Okay, which is fine. Okay, so let me do this. Let me turn off switch hitter. Let me turn on display capture. And then let me go to Via. I think I have Via on here. Yep. I wonder. Nope, it recognized it. Cool. All right, let's do. This will be. I would imagine you want like a little bit of pipe action. Let's do. I like pipe here, and I like tilde. Where are you, tilde? You guys see it? Am I blind? There it is. Tilde there. Or is it swapped? Which one's the HHKB? Yes, they all work. They they're good. They're good there. Everything is all groovy. Backspace there. Yeah, what's HHKB? What's split backspace on here? Pipe tilde, got it right. Oh yeah, I thought I knew my HHKB layout. I thought I did. Alright, cool. So now that should be set up so that when I go into switch hitter, reload, pipe tilde, backspace. Oh yeah. Yeah, they all work. They're all groovy. We just tested them a second ago, Aaron. If you weren't around, I will show you again real quick here. And then on the right cluster, it's end by the bottom arrow, as you can see, home top, and then page up and page down. And then in here, yep, this is mouse over layer. And so do you like control here, or do you like to set as caps lock? I typically roll with this control and then caps lock, so I typically do this. I typically roll true HHKB style. We're gonna roll with this on control, left control, there we go. And then on the mouse over layer 1, this one will be caps lock. Boom. That's interesting, he's got that set as caps lock as well. So your tab is set as caps lock. Interesting. That's mind-boggling. Okay. Okay, so you want that set as caps. Okay, we can do that. Set it as a standard caps lock key. There you go. Cool. And then your mouse over layer. So if you have Via configurator, it's like the easiest thing to configure. But yeah, Via configurator, you just go in, get the executable, and then it'll prompt you with this layout configurator here. And yeah, your function key is your right control here, and that'll take you to layer 1. So if you want to set up like media keys here, so like, you know, for instance, on your arrow cluster, you can do, where is it? I believe you already have the function row set up, so all your functions are here. And then your basic like TKL, print, scroll, pause, home, page up, page down, volume up, volume down. See, I like doing volume
up and down on your arrow keys here. And then, is there a next track? Yes, here, media. So I like doing volume up there, volume down here, and next track here, and previous track there. I think that's pretty good. But it's, as you can see, this is like the easiest configurator to work in. It's so much better. So much better. And then lighting effects and macros, layers, all this jazz, special characters, power, sleep settings, all that awesomeness is on that. So yeah, it works really well. When you have lighting effects as well, it actually shows up, if I'm remembering correctly, the Zeal 65 will show up in full like RGB circles here. Oh, you can't see on my mouse. Oh, and my camera went out too. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me swap my battery. When it rains, it pours. There we go. Okay. And so, yeah, it shows up like the full spectrum of RGB there, so which is kind of cool. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead, turn this off, and we will dress her up. Oh man, this is gonna be good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to turn my soldering iron off too. I don't need that anymore. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it really is. It's a cool configurator for sure. I like it a lot. And anytime I've used it, it's been really nice. CXCB. Oopsie. So backspace, pipe, and then plus minus, right? And then there's that key there. Oh man, it's put me to the test. Backspace, PO. There we go. Let's get the music going again for this. Little crunch there from the first push down. Perfectly normal if you're new to builds. Just FYI. Oh, shit. This looks really good too, Aaron. I don't think you're gonna have any complaints with this keycap quality. It's hard for me to tell if it had any wear on it when I was looking at it on just with one keycap kind of in my hand. I was looking at, like, you know, like the W key or something like that, just to see if it had any wear. I don't think there's really any shine on this. I'm looking at it in a pretty harsh light in here, and it looks and feels pretty good to me. So I don't think there's much wear on this at all. 3, 4, 5. It's got the nice 75% layout too there for the right side. I put the scooped homing keys on it. You've got the barred keys as well. There's the barred J and F. Oh man, this is pretty. It's a really nice ano on it. I wonder if there's a 1.25 function. We'll find out here in a second. If there's a 1.25 function, that'd be pretty nice too. I don't know if there is one or not. It's kind of a rare key. Oh, nice. My furnace just turned off. Hopefully it'll be off still by the time we're ready to do a couple typing tests. Capture this baby in all its glory, sounding good without the furnace running. Oh, is it insert? No, it's home. It's home on the top. Where is it? Puller. Yeah, it's home and page up, page down, not insert. There we go. Home. There we go. I did. The Alice looks good. I did not take it apart yet, but it really looks good. Of the same or similar quality as mine, and mine's A stock as well. So yeah, no, I think you'll really like it. You know, the top though. Actually, let me look at it again here with you on stream. Let me be, because I didn't have my proper light on. Let me be more 7, 8, 9. Let me be a little more critical of it in this light and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna say it looked good, but let me just double check that. I was more or less thinking just, yeah, sure, it's perfect. Because it's Sam, and Sam typically is perfect. But I don't want to say that and then regret it later. So let me really look at it here. We'll do a typing. Tell you what, Aaron, we'll do a typing test with this, and then we'll. I always forget that I have a question mark key that needs to go in here. We'll do a typing test with this boy, and then we'll do an unboxing with the Alice here in just a minute. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So these keycaps are sold originally through Originative, I believe. I don't know if they're, I think they're sold out on there now. It's true. This is called GMK True Olivetti. Are they sold out on there? But typically GMK sets will either be offered through a group buy or offered on extra sets from a group buy will be offered on a website, on a vendor's website. Yeah, it looks really sharp. It looks really sharp. Just matches perfectly with this set too. It's got the perfect profile, perfect layout. Oh, is it the, did they tease the Deep Space? GMK Deep Space? Because that set's going to be sick. I'm definitely picking one of those up. I think that's what Booper was working on. GMK Deep Space. Sergeant Taco. Thanks for the heart, my friend. I love you too, man. Is this a 8 key? No. Where's my 8 key? This looks like the right profile. Haha, it is. Ooh. Let me turn my music off. Screw this music. I got some better sounds to focus on. Turn my gain up a little bit. Oh, baby. All right, cool. This sounds really good. Let's go ahead and get cleaned up again. And prepare yourself for some typing tests. Nice. Blue Alert is not the same key set as this one. This one is GMK True Olivetti. Blue Alert might also be on Originative. But if you're looking for this one, True Olivetti is what you search for. Okay guys, so adjust your speakers accordingly. Give me just a minute here. I'm going to bring my microphone closer to the keyboard. I'm going to move my 910 back. Actually, real quick. Here is, people were asking about how it sounded. Here is the 910. Here's the number 1. Obviously different switches. And a pretty different sound. My spacebar on my 910 sounds a little hollow. I might replace the spacebar on my 910 with a Ergo Clear. I've not been liking the way that spacebar sounds lately. So, real quick, let's take a look. So yeah, here we go, guys.
This is some harsh light, I know. Really beautiful though. Yeah, let me switch it up to manual. Try and get you guys a little better of a little bit better. There we go. That is pretty. Yeah, you can see a little bit of shine on it there. So yeah, the key set's been used a little bit. You can definitely see, but that's harsh light though too. It doesn't feel greasy at all. Yeah, I'll let you be the judge of how much shine is on there in person. For me personally, I can't see it much on it from a straight on angle. You know how you kind of get the GMK like textured look to it? It looks like that textured look is pretty consistent on every key except for like GT WEASD. There's some shine on C as well as V. But I have to look at it. You know, I mean, some key sets you can spot shine from a mile away. Yeah, it looks solid. I think this one's a little bit better though for lighting. We'll go ahead and plug her in and do a little bit of some tests here. Let me go ahead and not tap my mic as much as I can. Sorry guys if I hit my mic at all. They need that there, we need that there, and let's do a display capture. Let me move this a little bit. Unlock and move you down. There we go. Actually, no, I think it was up a little higher so you could see my pitiful words per minute at the end. Yeah, it does, right? Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Wob looks good with everything. Let me tell you, Wob is the bee's knees. When in doubt, put Wob on it. All right, so I'm going to turn my gain up, blah, 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 blah. And let's go ahead and do some typing tests.
think it sounds pretty good. You know, when I'm typing at speed, the gasket kind of has like a different bottom out feeling to it. It's a little bit softer of a bottom out. Oh. I wouldn't say bounce. It's definitely not, so it's definitely not mushy. That's not the right word. So don't be alarmed. You won't get any of that with the gasket. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Feels nice. Feels nice. I'm used to a 2U space bar or a 2U backspace, so I'm getting messed up with the backspace. I like it. I think it feels pretty good. Feels really good. What do you guys think of the sound? Sort of muted gasket bump with this tactile. Oh, rip. What's up? I think it feels and sounds pretty darn good. So man, you know, this is one of those keyboards that the sound really adds a nice signature to it. It gives it that extra, I mean, sandwich mount already is awesome, but this gives it an extra little emphasis on the sound signature. It's really pretty good. I like it a lot. So yeah, somebody, I mean, I can do a quick typing test with the 910, because I think Yuppie was asking about the comparison between the two. But yeah, this is going to be, I mean, kind of an interesting test, because I have vintage blacks on the 910, so it's going to sound completely different. But I'll do a quick typing test on the 910 as well for you guys. Just different. It's just different. Man, I like the tactile though. I like the tactile though on this. Sounds really good. All right, so without further ado, I think final impressions are in order. So the Keycult 65, Keycult number 1, 65. I like the design. I like the back. I like the weight. I like the heft to it. You know, in an aluminum version, this is a heavy board still, even without having brass in it. So it's a nice solid feeling board. The build on it was awesome. Really nice. The plate, PCB, everything about it was great. It's a great experience. So the the configurator, via configurator, awesome. I mean, just everything throughout the process is going to be fantastic, and a smooth experience with building on this. And so yeah, so I really like it. I think the anodization quality is really nice. It's a good mix between you know, an ano smoothness and having some texture to it. You know, I think I don't like the ones that are completely smooth, and I don't like the ones that are completely rough. I mean, Duck likes making really rough anodized boards. I think they look fantastic. He has some of the best ano, but the feel of it is a little too sandpapery. And this is definitely, it kind of gets, it's a nice happy ground between that with this. Yeah, and so with that said, I'm going to do one other thing here real quick for you guys. We've got a build coming up later this week that is pretty sweet. I'm going to do the unbox for this off camera so that I didn't black out or redact any addresses, and so I just want to make sure I don't reveal an address here that's not mine. That would not be cool. But there is the build that we will have later on this week. So let me put this stuff off to the side. Okay. Yeah, let's take a closer look. So, Aaron, you were asking me earlier what I thought of the ano on the Alice. Let's double check it here. I imagine you unboxed it and took a look yourself as well. I imagine you sent it to me after giving it a look-see yourself. TGR does fantastic work. Let's see if this is on par with everything else he does. Okay. So there she is. Yeah, there's quite a lot of keyboard. Yeah, okay, so let me take a look at that. And here is, I can do a side-by-side for you. Let me go ahead and take out mine. There you go. How's that for a screenshot? Hugo Gamer, have a great night, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so the reason I take mine out is because mine is gray on bottom. Although mine looks almost, mine is definitely a different shade. So mine came out of, mine was an interesting, Alice, mine came out of a different anodization factory. So my gray, as you can see, is a different color. Let me turn it around here and just make sure. Yeah, your gray is darker than mine. Mine is almost like a bluish gray. So let's take a look here in the same light if we can. So you can see yours is a darker gray. Mine has kind of a, nah, it doesn't. Mine has, if you were to say anything negative about mine, it would be that it has a slight sparkle to it. But I don't know. It's not too bad. Weight obviously on both of them are the same. They both look incredible. The detail on the weight is really solid. Looking at the match between the top and bottom. So if I were to be really harsh and critical of this ano, you have a slight shadow on the anodization on the top. Let me see if I can get this in focus. There you go, and you can kind of see it there in this light. This is a harsh light that is going to really show the worst in the board. Do you see the line there? So of course you see the seam, but on the top part of the case, this part, you can see a little bit of an anodization streak there, kind of like a shadow. Do you see it? Yeah, so that If I were to be picky, and that's consistent. You can see it there as well. So it doesn't look bad in person. Like, so here I am about 1, 2.5 Hueys away. I cannot see it really. I mean, I have to be looking for it at, you know, half an arm's length away, right? But I can see it, you know, now that I've discovered it, I can see it. And it does, it goes around. Was this A stock or B stock on the Alice? Yeah, you can see that little shade right there in the middle where the fingernail is on my index. Yeah. So I mean, it being A stock, I mean, I would say that's, you know, not bad to be the only mark. Now the bottom, looks really pretty good. I was gonna say at first that it looked like there was a slight amount of streaking in the bottom, but I'm going to retract that statement. It's actually just looks like it's grained in the metal, and it's a smooth finish on this. It looks really good. The bottom of the case looks awesome. I don't know how good the light is being right now. If you can see the little tiny little marks that run across horizontally with the case, but that looks, it's not streaking. It looks pretty good. I've seen streaking, that's not it. The only thing I would say that on the top here, it's you know, pretty close to perfection. Mine had an issue where the indicator cluster was not cut out properly on the bottom. As you can see, yours are fine. I actually had to file mine a little bit to get it cut properly. Yeah, this looks, the top part of the case looks really good. So yeah, there the grays are side by side again. So you can see just they're a different color. Mine is weird. I don't know where mine came from. I think Sam told me at one point, but I think mine is from a different anno shop when he had been getting the prototypes made. And so I think my bottom is actually a prototype gray bottom, because you can see it's definitely a different color. Mine is silver top with gray bottom, and so it's definitely different. It's just not a dark gray like yours. Mine's just like a different, it's a lighter shade for sure. So, but yeah, I think yours looks really good. I think that it will. What were you were putting? Oh yeah, that's right. We're putting taro on it. I think that'll pop really nicely. Obviously no dings or issues with it at all. I mean, it is really good. Yeah, that blue hue in it is really nice. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's definitely, it's kind of odd. Yeah, but because it's not blue gray, but it definitely has, it's definitely a lighter gray than yours. So yeah, Sam actually sent that one. I told you the story about that. Yeah, taro is gonna be sweet. I can't wait to build this one. Looks really good quality in the anno. I mean, the only thing I'd say if I'm nitpicking is just that one little shader there on the top case. You know, and that's hard. That's really hard, because what they're doing is they're dipping these in boiling anodization, and you know, it's a tough thing for, you know, to have everything come out consistent. You know, I'd be nitpicking on this one if I said this wasn't A stock, because there's not a single mark or any blemish or anything in it other than just that little faint line. And again, when I hold it,
about this distance away from myself. I can hardly see it. So, yeah. I mean, when I have it, obviously when I have it down on the table, you're not going to ever notice it. Like, you'd really have to be like, I mean, even having it, I mean, in this light, it's so harsh. The sides is so shadowed. I'm never going to see it. Yeah, so it looks great. It looks really good. So, anyways, that's a lot of keyboards right there. All right, guys. I think the build for the Alice is going to be coming up probably later on at the tail end of this week, or maybe this weekend. And so yeah, definitely have a great week, guys. Stay warm if you're in a colder part of the States, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next time. Actually, before I go, are there any viewers going for keyboard stuff? Is there anyone we can raid? Who's streaming right now? Let's see if there's anybody that we can raid. Oh yeah, Chubies is streaming. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna raid Chubies. Yeah, if you guys stick around, we'll go ahead and hop in Chubies' channel. I don't know what he's doing right now. Let me check that. Oh, Chubies is building a duck lightsaber. We will go ahead and raid him. He's a good lad. Alright, we're gonna do Chubies and raid. Cool. Alright guys, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Bug Whisper. We'll talk to you guys next time.